Hello everybody and welcome to the PTAs, the first annual PTAs. This is Burbs' own movie and streaming awards show. We're your hosts. I'm Ralph Compiano. This is Jack Martin, whichever side that he's on. We're not in person, we're doing this virtually, but we are excited to be bringing this to you. 2021 was a great year of movies. Jack and I talked about them all year on our podcast, The Fro and the Flow, and today we're going to be awarding those movies that we talked all year about, that kept us entertained, and that got us through COVID, the second half of COVID, or the second quarter, whatever it might be, and we're going to be awarding those movies. You know, there was a lot of overlap of the movie releases that were not released in 2020, and a lot of them came into 2021, and there's a little bit of a flood. Jack, the year of movies, baby, we're here. What did you think of this delicious movie year?
This year was the most movies that I actively went out and saw in theaters and watched on demand or streaming. I think my final Letterboxd tally was around 50 2021 movies, which is a lot for me. I spent way too much time watching movies, but I think this was a really strong year. I think we saw a lot of strong franchise films, which is something that surprised me because I've found myself getting pretty tired out by them. I wasn't a fan of every single one, but we also got some incredible dramas, some great performances, so I'm excited to hand out these awards tonight.
Spoiler alert, there's no award for Eternals. If there was an award, it would be worst movie. I think we did actually vote on worst movie, but we decided not to include it in the show. But without further ado, we are joined today by Katya, by Barter, by Sarah, Deja, and Evan Northrop. So I'm presenting the award for The Leo, which is the best actor in a movie. The nominations are Daniel Kaluuya in Judas and the Black Messiah, Oscar Isaac in The Card Counter, Dev Patel in The Green Knight, Timothée Chalamet in The French Dispatch, Benedict Cumberbatch in The Power of the Dog, Adam Driver in The Last Duel, Matt Damon in The Last Duel, and Leonardo DiCaprio in Don't Look Up. And the award goes to Daniel Kaluuya for his work in Judas and the Black Messiah. I think Jack and I both agree that this was one of our 2 or 3 favorite movies of the year. It came out in very early January in theaters and on HBO Max. And Daniel Kaluuya has not missed yet in his career. This is just another stunning addition to his resume. It belongs right up there with his performance in Get Out. The role as Fred Hampton was a challenging one, and he answered that call with dignity, security, and integrity. And he performed beautifully, and it'll be a role that we'll never forget. We have a bunch of presenters that we're going to be introducing, and let's just get to the first one. So take it off with Carter Ferryman, who's going to be presenting the award for Best Actress in a Movie.
Hello all, my name is Carter Ferryman. I'm a writer in TV, film, sports, music over at Burbs Entertainment, and today I've been tasked with presenting to you the nominees for Best Actress this year. Jodie Comer in The Last Duel playing Lady Marguerite, Anya Taylor-Joy in Last Night in Soho, Kristen Stewart in the movie Spencer, Rachel Senoy in Shiva Baby, Rebecca Ferguson as Lady Jessica in Dune, Lady Gaga in House of Gucci, Alana Haim in Licorice Pizza, and Tiffany Haddish in The Card Counter. It's rare with the Best Actress category that you get a rookie winning it. That's exactly what happened this year. Alana Haim playing Alana Kane in by far the best movie of the year, Licorice Pizza, Paul Thomas Anderson's newest film. She's brilliant. She put on a tour de force. Her ability to switch emotions with ease, from happy to sad to flirtatious to humorous, that's something that you see out of seasoned actresses, and she did it flawlessly. It's really incredible to see the way that she used these brilliant side characters as stepping stones, especially her standout point, when she's in The Tale of the Cock with Sean Penn's character, or when she's interacting with Bradley Cooper's John Peters. All of these things together, plus and especially her chemistry with Cooper Hoffman's character Gary Valentine, made for the best actress performance of the year by a landslide.
I will now be presenting the award for the Scorsese, the best director of a movie this year. The nominees: Denis Villeneuve for Dune, Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza, Ridley Scott for The Last Duel and House of Gucci, David Lowery for The Green Knight, Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, and Wes Anderson for The French Dispatch. And the winner is PTA himself, the man that these awards are named after, for Licorice Pizza. Paul Thomas Anderson is a man that we love and adore on not just this feed, but in America. He has completely taken over the throne as the prestige modern director. It's him and Quentin Tarantino alone. They never lose their fastball, and it seems like every movie they're just becoming more and more of masters of their craft. And I actually even have it right here. I'll just pull it out. My Christmas gift to myself last year. My most precious possession, Paul Thomas Anderson's masterworks. He's a genius. We love him. We appreciate him every year that a movie comes out. I'd be surprised if he didn't win this award in 2024 when he drops his next movie.
I will now be presenting the award for The Godfather for Best Drama. The nominees are Judas and the Black Messiah, The Last Duel, The Power of the Dog, The Card Counter, and Don't Look Up. And the winner is Judas and the Black Messiah. I think this was probably somewhat universal between all of us. It was my second favorite movie of the year. As Ralph has touched on, Daniel Kaluuya's performance is fucking insane. I think it's a very important movie. I wish it kind of came out a little bit later. I think it got held out under early 2021 releases, beginning of the pandemic, HBO Max kind of figuring out that streaming and theater situation. But I think it's one of the most powerful dramas of the year, probably the most powerful drama of the year. And if you have not seen it, it's available on streaming. Check it out as soon as possible. We will now hand it over to our beloved Evan Northrup, who will be presenting The Alien for Best Sci-Fi or Fantasy Movie.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Evan Northrup, and I'm a writer at Burbs Entertainment, and I'm going to be introducing the nominees and our pick for the best sci-fi and fantasy film of the year. Our nominees were Dune, The Green Knight, The Matrix Resurrections, and The Mitchells vs. the Machines, and of course we had to go with Dune. This really was the best sci-fi movie of the year. Denis Villeneuve delivered everything in a Dune adaptation that we could have ever wanted, and what really tied this visually stunning, just behemoth of a movie together was the all-star cast with Chalamet and Zendaya. These are two people who are really going to be leading the film industry into the future, so it was just a ton of fun to watch them interacting on screen. We're really excited for the sequel, and we hope you are too.
It's now time for The Stand, for the best franchise movie that made the most money in China. The nominees are No Time to Die, Spider-Man No Way Home, Black Widow, The Suicide Squad, Godzilla vs. Kong, and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. The winner is, no surprise, Spider-Man No Way Home. This was, I think, the most memorable Marvel movie since Endgame, which has been years. I wasn't a huge fan of anything else that came out besides the Suicide Squad in terms of franchises. Spider-Man No Way Home, I think, touched everybody's fucking spider heart. Everyone was so excited for this. All the leaks, all of the rumors, everything just coming together for the most spider-tastic thing. I mean, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire coming in. The movie's made like $3 billion. If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, sorry. I think everybody who saw this loved it. If you loved Eternals, sorry, your therapist needs to work harder. This is The Quentin, the best indie film of 2021. The nominees are Pig, Spencer, Shiva Baby, Come On, Come On, and The Card Counter. The winner is Shiva Baby, one of my personal favorite films of 2021. It's on HBO Max. It's like 85 minutes. It's funny, anxiety-inducing. It's kind of like Shiva Uncut Gems, if I had to make a short comparison.
I will be now presenting the award for the best streaming service. This was a year of streamers. There is no name for this award because, you know, at the end of the day, it is kind of a depressing thing that theaters are dying and streamers are taking over the world, but we have to award them because they're so prevalent. So the nominations are the obvious ones: Netflix, HBO Max, Hulu, Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, and Peacock. And the winner is HBO Max. HBO Max is a catalog of movies and television shows that are some of the most prized possessions in the whole land of streaming. It's home to The Sopranos and Curb Your Enthusiasm, so you can get your drama and your comedy. You can go there for their TCM collection of a bunch of classic movies ranging from Citizen Kane to Casablanca, all the way to When Harry Met Sally. And you can also go there for genius animated films by Miyazaki and their Studio Ghibli collections. I go to HBO Max more than any other service, so do the rest of our staff. That's why we voted on this. So congratulations to Warner and HBO Max. You guys are a conglomerate and you're glowing. Thank you for providing us with so much genius content from Succession all the way to The Righteous Gemstones. We love you.
And now presenting The Soprano for Best TV Show, Deja Williams.
Hi guys, this is Deja Williams, freelance writer for Burbs Entertainment, here to announce our Best TV Show nominations of the 2021 year. The nominations for this category include Succession, Squid Game, WandaVision, Dave, Ted Lasso, I Think You Should Leave It with Tim Robbins, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Loki. If you're at all familiar with the Burbs team and have been listening in on our TV segments, you know our winner is obviously Succession. We are obsessed with the series and we're excited to see that it really picked up where it left off in season 3 despite challenges with the pandemic and the time gap with scheduling and everything. Without giving too much away, the aesthetics, the wardrobe, the character build, the dynamic, it gave us everything HBO does best with the series and more.
And now presenting the award for the True Detective, which goes to the best limited series, is our beloved Evan Northrup. Take it away, Evan.
Hey guys, I'm going to be reading off the nominations and our pick for the best limited series of the year as well. Our nominations were The White Lotus, Midnight Mass, 9 Perfect Strangers, Mayor of Easttown, Beartown, and The Underground Railroad. This is always tough. There's a lot of TV coming out right now, so a lot of great limited series, but our pick was The Mayor of Easttown. In the past, HBO has delivered some of the greatest limited series of all time. There's The Night of, Chernobyl, Band of Brothers, of course, and this was the first time we've seen them return to form in a while. The writing was just so great and so concise, and they were able to deliver a satisfying ending in just this limited number of episodes. Also, it's fun to see Kate Winslet return to TV. She really embodied this character as sort of a middle American every woman, and almost everything about this series was perfect. So we hope you give it a watch.
And now, the Gandolfini for Best TV Actor, Barter Ferryman.
What's up, all? It's Barter again, here to present to you the nominees for Best TV Actor. This list is stupidly long. Jeremy Strong in Succession, Brian Cox in Succession, Matthew McFadden in Succession, Kieran Culkin in Succession, Jason Sudeikis in Ted Lasso, Brett Goldstein in Ted Lasso, Scott Ryan in Mr. In-Between, Lee Jung-jae in Squid Game, Chase Dillon in The Underground Railroad, Matthew Berry in What We Do in the Shadows, and Kayvon Novak in What We Do in the Shadows. Jeremy Strong is our male actor of the year for TV and film for his role in season 3 of Succession as Kendall Roy. I think it's so unique because it's been said a million times, but this show is a very rare example of a TV show where all of the characters are severely hateable. Kendall Roy being the very central example of that, the epitomization of someone who's cringy and doesn't know what he's doing and is living off of daddy's money. What's even harder than that, and even rarer, is when an actor can take that emotion that the viewer has towards a character that he's playing and completely flip it to almost a sympathy. And we have that in season 3. Jeremy Strong is downtrodden and he plays it beautifully. His ability to work off characters, people that, he's clearly hated and is duped out with in the first 2 seasons, and all kind of wraps up into this giant ball of sadness that Jeremy Strong puts on perfectly. And I'm excited to see how this thing gets wrapped up in season 4. It's the best show on television right now, and Jeremy Strong is one of the focal points. He is our pick for best actor, lead actor in a TV series this year.
I will now be presenting the FALCO for Best TV Actress. There were so many powerful female performances this year in television, specific in limited series. We saw a lot of it on HBO. I now present to you the nominees. First, we have Kate Winslet for Mayor of Easttown, Katherine Hahn, WandaVision, Elizabeth Olsen, WandaVision, Sarah Snook, Succession, J. Smith Cameron, Succession, Ho Yeon-jung, Squid Game, Tuso Mbedehu, The Underground Railroad, and Natasha Demetrio, What We Do in the Shadows. And the winner is Sarah Snook as Succession. Ralph's virtual girlfriend absolutely took the nation by storm this year in season 3. Shiv really turned it up. I think she was kind of the villain this season in Succession. Again, if you haven't been watching Succession, I don't know what you've been doing. Check it out. Sarah Snook fucking kicks ass, and so does the rest of the cast. I will now be presenting the award for the SEINFELD for Best TV Comedy. The nominations are Ted Lasso, Curb Your Enthusiasm, I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson, and What We Do in the Shadows. And the winner is I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. Available on Netflix. I think it's the best sketch comedy available. I love the fucking anxious, suffocating humor that it brings, makes everybody uncomfortable. I like being made uncomfortable and awkward in comedy. I think you should check it out. It's ridiculous. He's an SNL alum, and this is kind of like if you allowed SNL writers to make funny stuff.
And now presenting the award for The Wire, the best TV drama, is Katya Hollis.
Hello, I'm Katya Hollis. I'm another writer over at Burbs Entertainment, and I'm here to announce the nominees and the winner of the category of Best TV Drama. The nominees are Succession, Squid Game, Mr. In-Between, and Yellowstone. And the winner is... oh my god. In a surprise entry that nobody was expecting, and certainly not me, it's Morning Show Season 2. I'm just kidding, it's Succession. Congrats once again. to the cast and crew for another amazing season. Season was kind of slow going at points, but it paid off and they really deserve this award. So congrats once again, and on to the next award.
I will now be presenting the award for the Phoebe Waller-Bridge, the best showrunner in television. The nominees: Jesse Armstrong for Succession, Taylor Sheridan for Yellowstone, Barry Jenkins for The Underground Railroad, Mike White for The White Lotus, Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso, Larry David for Curb Your Enthusiasm, and David Lil Dicky Bird for Dave. And the winner is Jesse Armstrong for Succession. To be able to be a British man, a very British man, if you ever watched the after the episode sequences after an episode of Succession, and completely tackle what it's like to be an American mogul the way that the Roy family is beyond impressive. It's almost too realistic, and I think that's why we love the show so much here, and why we devote so much time to not just watching it, but also talking about it. And Jesse has completely perfected not just a script, but a rapport with not the audience, but the cast itself and the storyline as well. And I cannot wait to see what happens in season 4. I hope it drops tomorrow. And now the award for the best movie. Jack and I are going to be reading these out together because we talked about these movies all year, and it only feels right to do this together as the co-hosts of this awards show. The nominees are Dune,
Judas and the Black Messiah,
Licorice Pizza,
The Green Knight,
Shiva Baby,
The French Dispatch,
The Last Duel,
The Card Counter,
and The Power of the Dog.
and the winner for the best movie of 2021 is Licorice Pizza, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. What a picture. I was able to see this movie 3 weeks before Ralph and the rest of America because I'm a special little boy who deserves everything that I want. What an incredible film experience. Paul Thomas Anderson proved again why he belongs on everyone here at the Burb staff, or a majority of us, personal director Mount Rushmore. The man can just make you feel however he wants you to feel, and in this case, it was heartwarming, jolly, maybe in love. You never know. He kind of leaves that up to you to figure out. But what a picture. This has become Ralph's oxygen, so I'm going to pass it along to him.
Licorice Pizza was the best movie of the year. It's really that simple. We've talked about it enough. We recorded a 30-minute podcast. I did a 7-minute movie review. If you want to hear my thoughts on Licorice Pizza, go find one of those. But I wish we could have seen it together, Jack. I know we love this movie dearly. We both love this director, so it only feels right to give not just the Best Director award, but also Licorice Pizza to the guy who this award show is named after.
Thank you for tuning in to the first annual PTA Awards. I think it went swimmingly. Thank you to everybody in the audience, the craft services crew. This wouldn't be possible without you. The listeners, the readers, of course, the writers. Thank you to everybody who participated. And of course, thank you to our favorite creatives and artists who create the entertainment that keeps us boundlessly entertained for hours and hours.